Okay, let's take a look at this grades program. I'm going to right click on it and choose open with Google Chrome. Okay. I'm going to right click on this and say open with Notepad. Okay, so we got input text, homework box, lab box, midterm box, final box. And let's get rid of this. Now down here, we need to have a button. And I'm going to show you the way I like to do this. Instead of using the inner HTML. I think inner HTML is harder, to be honest. But I'm going to have my input, type equals button, value equals calculate, and I'll do a close on the input. And I got a line break. I'm using the right slash there. And let me do another line break. And this is where I'll put my answer. So I'm going to have answer. And then I'll say input type equals text, ID equals answer. Okay, so let's save that. See what it looks like. Okay. And if I put 3 here, or 4, 4, 4, 4, whatever, click calculate, then it should figure my answer. Okay, let's put our code in there now. Keep in mind what your names are called. So down here, my input, I'll press enter a couple times, and then I'm going to say on click equals, then beginning quotes, and then I'll say homework is equal to, let's see, parse float, and then document dot get element by ID, and then homework box dot value. Okay. Let's see what this is going to do. Document.getElementById.value. What that does, it goes up to your text box up here and returns whatever you've input into the box, into that text box. Parse float converts it to a number that has decimals, and then you assign it to the variable called homework. Okay, so then next line will be what's labs. So labs is equal to parse float document.getElement by ID. This will be called labbox.value. And then I got midterm equals parse float document.getElement by ID. And this will be midterm box. Case matters in all this. That's probably the most frustrating part, is making sure you put the uppercase and everything where it should go. And then final is equal to parse float document.getElement by ID. And you call that final box dot value. There we go. Now our average. Average is going to equal to, and I don't remember the exact percent. We take homework times 20% or whatever it's worth, plus labs times 30% or whatever it's worth, plus midterm times 40%, plus, what's that up to now, 70, 90, plus final times 10%. And then you want to print that back out. Well, that's why we created this text box here. We're going to put the answer back to here. So I'm going to say document.getElement by ID answer. The answer you see there matches the ID. Dot value equals AVG. Semicolon. Now I'm going to put a closing double quote to close off this beginning one right here. So all this code's going to be run when I do the on-click. Am I forgetting anything? Okay, I don't think so. Oh, file, save. Refresh this. And I'll put 50 here for 50%. 100, 100, 100. Calculate. And is that right? Okay, yeah. Homework's 20% of your grade, so if I give you, if you got 50 out of 100, that means you got half the points, so you only got 10%, and so it would be 90. Now let's make sure that it works with decimals too. Okay. But that's how you do your grade program.